standard medicine was just offering me a medication, take this antidepressant.
Totally.
Just wasn't working for me. And so I found a functional medicine doctor, and I was like, well, this is kind of interesting, something different. And she wanted to do these crazy stool tests and blood tests and all these different panels. And I was like, okay. And she educated me on so much. It just opened my mind to this whole other world of there's more than just symptom management, right?
For sure.
Instead of just looking at, oh, you have a label of something, why do you have that? And diving into that a little bit deeper and using our routines and our habits and our lifestyle and our diet as the tools to make those changes. And it literally saved my life.
Wow.
And it just transformed how I viewed healthcare. A lot of people kind of get into, well, I have fatigue or I have pain or I have depression and, I'm going to take this pill or do this thing for that symptom, but it doesn't really get to the reason why is the body presenting that way.
Right.
There's always something that's driving that. There's a dysfunction, it's your body communicating with you. That's what symptoms really are. So in order to address it and get rid of it and fix the problem, you need to know what the problem is. It's not just putting a Band-Aid on it. Conventional doctors are really just taught diagnosis. Right? Labeling the problem. They do all these labs to get enough information to call it something.
Right.
And that's the end of their investigation, right? They're not
see.
Figuring out, well, then why is the immune system doing that? Why do they have the inflammation? What's causing it to happen? So the functional medicine lens is always asking the question, why? Why is the problem there? And what can we do about it to solve it? People are not being informed on diet, on lifestyle, on how to take care of themselves. Nobody is learning that, right? So many people come to us and they don't even understand the connection between food and their health. There's a field of called epigenetics, and they've studied how our genes, our genetics, are influenced by our diet, our lifestyle, our environment. So about maybe 3% of what somebody experiences in their health is purely genetic, and
Wow.
then 97% is controlled by their diet, their lifestyle, their environment. So it's everything, and it's what creates the person being susceptible to developing the autoimmune condition in the first place, or the chronic disease for that matter.
Right.
And it is also the way that they can reverse it by just changing, by understanding how those things influence what their body is doing. They can change it, and they can get into remission with autoimmune disease by looking at their diet and their lifestyle. All the information that's coming out, all this evidence that yes, your diet and your lifestyle matter, right? How even your mental emotional state matters in how your body functions. There's so much that we can do to take control of our health. So what really excites me is when I see those light bulb moments, talking to somebody and telling them, hey, these are the factors that you have going on in your life that are contributing to the disease. This is how we're going to address it. And they just start having these light bulbs go off oh my God, I didn't even realize I was doing that.
Yeah.
And it's just so cool to then see them implement it, and their whole life changes and their whole perspective changes, and they get their family involved, and so it just trickles into so many more people being educated.